back out here at Giga Texas, and some pretty exciting things are going on here at the factory today. First thing I want to talk about is the state of construction.
60 Tesla Cybercabs, spotted at Giga Texas on April 8, 2026. Then 7 days later, something even bigger happened, and almost nobody in the mainstream press reported it correctly. Because here's what most of the headlines got wrong. The 60 Cybercabs that went viral, they had steering wheels, they had side mirrors, white leather seats. They were validation units built for road testing under current federal rules. But on April 17th, a separate fleet showed up. 14 brand new Cybercabs, no steering wheels, no pedals, no side mirrors. The real thing. And if Elon Musk is right about what comes next, Tesla is about to build one of these cars every 10 seconds. Today, we're breaking down what's actually happening at Giga Texas, the 44-year-old federal law standing in Tesla's way, and why this vehicle could change what transportation costs for every American retiree who thought they had to give up their car. First, the timeline. Because the story you're seeing in your news feed is missing the key piece. Mid-February, the first production intent Cybercab rolled off the line. On March 3rd and 4th, drone pilot Joe Tegtmeyer, who's been documenting Giga Texas for years, captured 25 Cybercab units spread across 3 zones on the property, 9 at the crash testing facility. That's the key detail. Tesla was physically crash testing these vehicles. By March 25th, 36 units were spotted. Then, on April 8th, the number exploded to roughly 60 Cybercabs parked in 2 organized groups in the outbound lot. That's when the news went everywhere. But here's the catch nobody told you. All 60 of those units had steering wheels, white seats. They were engineering validation vehicles built specifically to navigate current road testing rules. Because as of today, it is still not legal in the United States to put a car on public roads without a steering wheel unless you get a specific federal exemption. Then on April 17th, just 9 days later, Tegtmeyer captured the real milestone. 14 brand new Cybercabs in the outbound lot. Sleek, mirrorless, 2-seat, completely missing the steering wheel and pedals. Production wheels on, tire stickers still on. That's the vehicle Tesla has been promising since October 2024 at the We Robot event. It's real, it's here, and it's rolling off the line right now. Now let's talk about the number that's driving every Tesla fan crazy. 1 car every 10 seconds. This is the claim Elon Musk made at Tesla's annual shareholder meeting in November 2025. Quote, "The output S-curve will be very slow in the beginning, but ultimately super high volume, production lines eventually capable of producing 1 vehicle roughly every 10 seconds once fully ramped." End quote. 10 seconds per car is insane. For comparison, the fastest automotive plant on Earth is Hyundai's Ulsan facility in South Korea. It produces about 1 vehicle every 10 seconds across its entire multi-factory complex, and Hyundai has been refining that line for decades. Tesla is trying to hit that number with a brand new factory, a brand new vehicle, and a brand new manufacturing method they call the Unboxed process. Here's what it actually is. Every car factory in the world for the last 120 years builds vehicles the same way Henry Ford invented it in 1913. You weld the metal frame, paint it. Then workers and robots reach inside the shell to install the wiring, seats, carpets, and dashboard. It's inefficient. Tesla's Unboxed process throws it out. Instead of building the shell first, Tesla builds the car in separate modules in parallel. The front in one bay, the back in another. The battery, interior, carpets, and seats bolted together in open space before the sides are ever attached. Then at the very end, they marry all the pieces together. Tesla claims this reduces factory floor space by 40%, cuts the workforce required by 40%, and slashes total production cost by up to 50%. But here's where the honesty kicks in. The 10 seconds per car number is not what Tesla is doing right now. Musk himself said this on a Q4 2025 earnings call. Quote, "Initial production is always very slow and follows an S-curve. For Cybercab and Optimus, almost everything is new, so the early production rate will be agonizingly slow." End quote. That was his word. Agonizingly slow. Right now, Giga Texas is producing Cybercabs in the dozens per week, not thousands. The 10-second takt time is the terminal target, where the line ends up after years of refinement. So when you see a headline saying Tesla is building a Cybercab every 10 seconds, that's the future. The present is a factory in validation mode, figuring out where every bottleneck is and slowly clearing them out. Now let's talk about the feature that makes this whole thing revolutionary. And also, the feature that might kill the entire program. No steering wheel, no pedals, no side mirrors. If you've never actually looked at a Cybercab interior, stop and think about what that means. You get in the car, you sit down. There is nothing in front of you. A single touchscreen and 2 seats facing forward. 3 physical buttons total. 2 for the windows and 1 for the dome light. Everything else, climate, route, music, all on the screen. The doors open like butterfly wings, a deliberate engineering choice to make it easier for people with mobility issues. And the vehicle charges wirelessly, inductively, through a pad on the ground. No charging port, no plug. Lars Moravi, Tesla's vice president of vehicle engineering, confirmed after the We Robot event that the Cybercab shares many underlying parts with the Model 3 and Model Y to keep production simple. But Tesla added 2 new cameras specifically for the Cybercab, one on the front bumper and one on the C-pillar, which is the structural pillar behind the rear window. That C-pillar camera is critical. It eliminates blind spots on the rear and sides, which is the hardware redundancy you legally need for a car driving itself without a human backup. Here's the problem, and it's a big one. In the United States, every car that drives on a public road has to meet the federal motor vehicle safety standards. 44 years of rules written assuming a human sits behind a steering wheel. One rule requires a transmission shift position display, a little indicator telling you if you're in park, drive, or reverse. A car with no steering wheel doesn't need that indicator, but the law still requires it. Tesla has 2 paths. Path 1, apply for a federal exemption under 49 CFR Part 555. That exemption is capped at 2,500 vehicles per year. Tesla plans to build 2 to 4 million Cybercabs a year. Path 2, wait for Congress and NHTSA to rewrite the rules. And here's some real news. In March 2026, NHTSA formally proposed an amendment to remove the transmission display requirement for autonomous vehicles. That's the first crack in the dam, but it's one rule out of dozens. Tesla needs the entire framework rewritten, and there's a cautionary tale every investor needs to understand. General Motors tried to build a vehicle just like this. It was called the Cruise Origin. No steering wheel, no pedals, 6 seats facing each other. Purpose-built RoboTaxi. GM spent billions on it. And in July 2024, CEO Mary Barra killed the entire program. Her reason, quote, "The regulatory uncertainty we faced with the Origin because of its unique design," end quote. Full stop. The Origin is dead. That's the environment Tesla is walking into. So how does Tesla make money on this if they can only build 2,500 of them right now? Here's the plan. Musk has publicly committed to a Cybercab consumer price under $30,000. That's less than the average new car sold in America today. But the real money isn't in selling the car to you. It's in what Tesla calls the Tesla network. Here's how it works. You buy a Cybercab. When you're not using it, you put it on the network and it drives strangers around your city while you sleep. Tesla takes a cut, somewhere between 25 and 30%, which Musk confirmed at Tesla's 2019 Autonomy Day. You keep the rest. Independent financial models project a Cybercab at 60 to 80% utilization, covering 100,000 to 150,000 miles a year, could generate between $24,000 and $45,000 in annual revenue for the owner. The operational cost Tesla is targeting? Under 20 cents per mile. Uber and Lyft charge $2 to $3 per mile. Waymo charges even more. 20 cents completely blows up the economics of every ride-hail service on Earth. But Tesla has real competition, and they're already running circles around Tesla on real-world deployment. Waymo, owned by Google's parent company Alphabet, is the clear leader. Roughly 3,000 vehicles across 10 U.S. cities, completing over 400,000 paid rides every week. targeting 1 million weekly rides by the end of this year. Waymo has been quietly building this for 15 years. Baidu's Apollo Go in China is doing more than 250,000 driverless rides per week across 22 cities, including Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Zoox, owned by Amazon, has a purpose-built pedal-free design just like the Cybercab, and they're expanding into Austin, Miami, and the Bay Area in 2026. Meanwhile, Tesla's own RoboTaxi service in Austin is running about 12 modified Model Y vehicles, and every single one has a human safety monitor sitting in the passenger seat with an emergency stop button. Tesla calls this unsupervised. It's not. And we have to talk about the safety data because this is where a lot of channels won't be honest with you. Tesla launched the Austin unsupervised RoboTaxi service in June 2025. Flat fee $4.20 per ride. Between June 2025 and early 2026, Tesla reported 15 crashes to NHTSA from that small fleet. Statistical analysis suggests a crash rate roughly 4 times worse than human drivers on the same routes. And here's the part that should concern you. Tesla redacts the detailed crash narratives from the public NHTSA database. Waymo doesn't. Zoox doesn't. Tesla does. Videos from social media also document the Austin cars making dangerous decisions, mistakenly merging onto high-speed freeways that were supposed to be excluded from their operating zone, attempting to pull over in 80-mile-per-hour traffic. The technology that's supposed to power the Cybercab is still, by its own data, brittle. And we're going to tell you that even if it makes Tesla fans uncomfortable, because this is a senior audience, and the idea of getting into a car with no steering wheel that's had 15 crashes in 8 months needs to be balanced against the promise. Now let's talk about why this matters for you. If you're over 55, listen carefully, because this is where the Cybercab story actually lands. The average American senior spends roughly $10,000 a year to own a personal vehicle. Insurance, fuel, repairs, depreciation, registration. And at some point, for every one of us, driving becomes unsafe. AARP has studied this. The loss of driving ability is one of the strongest predictors of social isolation, depression, and early entry into assisted living. For seniors who've aged out of driving, the alternatives today are bad. Uber and Lyft charge $10 to $55 per trip, curb to curb only. Medicare-funded non-emergency medical transportation is better, door through door, but it costs $13 to $46 a ride and requires advance booking. A weekly pharmacy trip that costs you $30 in an Uber could cost you $2 in a Cybercab. The butterfly doors are designed to make it easier for people with mobility aids. There's no B-pillar in the way. Wheelchair-aligned seats, braille on the emergency controls. These are not accidental design choices. Tesla engineered this vehicle specifically to serve populations that traditional rideshare has failed. So where does this leave us? Here's the honest picture. Yes, the Cybercab is real. Yes, it's being built at Giga Texas right now. Yes, the pedal-free version was documented on April 17th. But production is slow, measured in dozens per week, not thousands. The 10-second per car claim is a future terminal target, not the current reality. Federal regulations still block mass deployment. The Austin pilot has a crash rate 4 times worse than human drivers. And Waymo, Apollo Go, and Zoox all have a massive head start. What Tesla has that the others don't is a $30,000 consumer price target and a revenue-sharing network that turns your car into a yield-generating asset while you sleep. If they pull it off, the economics are devastating to every existing ride-hail business. And for American retirees, it could mean the difference between staying in your home and giving up your independence. One critical warning before we wrap up. There are scam websites right now claiming you can pre-order a Cybercab. Every single one of them is a scam. Tesla has not opened consumer reservations. When they do, it will come from Elon Musk's verified X account and from Tesla.com. Nothing else is legitimate. If anyone asks you for a deposit today, walk away.